chess is a hard game. That's why I'm going to show you 3 games from a tournament that I am currently playing in. So, let's see how it goes. This is the first game that I want to show you. A game against a man named WRECKS. It's a daily game. These are all daily games. And my opponent started off with e4. Pretty standard. I'm here thinking, okay, he's probably going to play the London. So I respond with c6. Playing a little bit of a move, playing the Caro-Kann. You usually play the Caro as black. He goes in the middle, and also that is not the London opening. This is not the London. You need to play d4 for the London. I should note that I'm a London player. And Aku Chess, don't at me. So anyway, I respond with my full Caro, and he plays the advanced variation, the most annoying one to play against is black. So, I just play my standard opening stuff. We follow the book for quite a while. And then he attacks my pawn. And I think, okay. It's still the opening, so of course it's going to be even. No massive blunders yet. But then I'm just here, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's play in the middle. I don't care about that pawn. It doesn't really matter. And then he takes with his bishop. And I'm thinking, okay, that's weird. That's not normal. I mean, I can't just take back because his queen is protecting it. But really, all you're doing by taking that is opening up my rook. So I figure, you know what? For the cost of a pawn, having an open rook in the opening, it's good. So I just play normally. I attack the center. He takes. And I will say, this game, we are both fools. I'm going to turn off the feedback, though. So yeah, we're both fools. So that move, as you saw, was met with an error. This is this is not a good move. Let's leave the feedback on. Let's leave the feedback on to show how funny this game is. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing so good. I'm giving him a check. But then all he has to do is block with the bishop, but he doesn't. He blocks with the knight. So I'm like, okay, this is probably good. What can I do now? Let's bishop takes e5. He's completely abandoning my idea. Apparently I could take that. I'm not even sure what the line is here. So if I take, he takes, and then I am winning only after playing d4. No, yeah, because the knight's pinned. So, yeah, and then he can't do anything about that. Like, I don't know. So he goes here, and I don't know, everything's fine. But I played the bishop here, thinking, all right, gonna develop some pieces, get a good position, and then he goes back, which is a blunder. So, because at this point, apparently the best move is still d4. I'm obviously never going to see d4. So I blunder right back, thinking, okay, cool, I'm attacking the bishop and defending my own twice. So I'm fairly safe. He takes, and like, cool, that's what I wanted. My knight's in the middle of the board. Now, according to eval, I'm still winning. So this is still a perfectly fine position. Then he blunders again. It still wants me to play d4 is the top mentioned move. But I'm never going to play that move. And I play knight c6. Another big old blunder. Which I don't understand why, because, I mean, it's just that d4 is just so strong, I guess. I just didn't see the line. And really, I should have, because I should see that this knight is pinned. He castles, which is another blunder. So I respond by taking his pawn. At this point, I'm planning on checkmating him. I'm like, okay. If he takes, I takes, which actually is what happens in the game. And then I'm thinking, okay, now I got all this pressure. I got this here. I got this coming here. I'm going to somehow, drop back and bring my queen over and just checkmate him, and it'll be so good. So then he plays this, attacking my rook. I'm like, whatever. I drop back. You're not doing anything. And he makes a mistake. He put his queen on g4. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good. So I attack his queen with my knight. And this is when I saw this move. I wanted this square. I wanted to put my knight here somehow, combined with the bishop pin. And he backed up. So I'm thinking, okay, he's covering that. It's not going to work quite yet. And, I attack his bishop, trying to get it out of there. He attacks my knight. This is a little bit of shuffling, and I go, this is a blunder, but this move is actually kind of what won me the game. Because it's only a blunder if he plays bishop takes knight, which I personally thought that was preventing, because then in my mind I was going to take, and then that's massive. And but then it had, and I missed this. I missed this check, which would win my rook, but that's fine, because he misses it too, and he goes back. And since he made that error, this move made me an accidental genius. So I went here, and this is me setting up my checkmate attack. I'm thinking, all right, this is it. He can't take me. And no matter what he does, let's say he just lets me, I have this, and no matter what happens, it's mate. If he takes here, if he takes there, it's that would be horrible. It's mate here because of the pin. And if he takes this way, it's mate here. Now, what I missed, well, I didn't miss it. Actually, I did see this. When I did this, which, great move. That's the next move. So I did miss that. You can go here. But I was thinking, if he does that, I'm still going to be winning, because I can just trade off, and I was thinking that this is still good, Wow, what line did I miss? I mean, I am still winning. It's just going to be, okay, I'm going to be playing with a -5 advantage, which is good. But it doesn't matter, because doesn't matter, because he attacks my queen, thinking, ho ho. So I check. He takes, thinking I'm so smart, and I deliver checkmate. That's the first game. So yeah, we both played like garbage. His accuracy was 40.4 and mine was 58.2. So, let's see the next game. This guy is the highest rated player in the section of the tournament. And again, it's an online daily tournament. So, yeah. this game went a little bit better. Let's take a look. Like I said, a little bit better. So he plays d4. I play the Cairo and try to open up the middle. And then he plays the knights. And I respond pretty standardly. With bishop to g4, pinning the knight. This is just the usual move. Again, we're following the book for quite a while. It's a daily tournament, so we have access to the openings database, which is, I mean, it makes for really complicated positions later in the game when you both play perfectly in the opening. And yeah, I mean, as long as the book moves, we'll just see what's happening. He checks me, I block it, he attacks the bishop, I drop back. He jumps his knight into the middle, and the most exciting thing to happen in the game right now, I play d4. I didn't see it in the last game, but oh boy, I saw it in this game, attacking the knight when it doesn't even work, and I basically lose the game on the spot. And I just completely missed that he can take here, and then there's nothing I can do. Because I was like, oh yeah, because from this position, I was like, oh yeah, my knight's protected. It's fine. Protected from the bishop, yeah. But if he takes its mate, I have to sacrifice my queen. And the right to castle. And all my pieces are stuck. So, I don't do that. I put my queen in the middle. He goes back. I play on. And, he just backs up and he's got a very comfortable position. I try to make some progress. I get in there. I am making all the best moves. And I should have taken it. I was thinking I don't want to trade pieces because I'm, you don't want to trade when you're down. But, the best move is the best move. But I did want to get my rook open like I did in the last game. So I do that. He attacks my queen. And I'm trying to, okay, when I get close, I'm going to stop him from castling. It's going to be fine. He just hits me with his knight. I need to go back, attacking that. I'm basically in this position. And when I put my queen here, I was like, oh, this is cool. And as soon as he did that, I was like, oh no, he's got a fork. And I did see that in the game. But there's nothing I can do about it. So, apparently the best move here is to sacrifice my queen. And his best move isn't even to take it. It's to play... Oh, wait, no. Oh, Stockfish is updating. Queen f3 is apparently the best move here. Not even taking the hanging queen. Because this fork is just so strong. And that's the second top Stockfish move. But, Chess.com doesn't know what it's talking about half the time. So, yeah, I drop back. He forks me. I move my king. He takes it. And I'm like, okay, last chance. Let's push my pawn. See what happens. He moved his knight back and was like, you know what? I'm done. There's nothing I can do here. Like a 17-point advantage. There's just no way. He would have to blunder everything. And he's up so much material. I took his bishop. He took my rook, my knight, my bishop, and 4 pawns. So, he'll just pawn storm me. Everything will come together. There's no chance. But this is a tournament where you play everybody twice. So, game 2 against him. I'm mad. He beat me once. Not going to do it again. So, I play the London. He plays this version of it, more of a Indian. And he comes up here. He lashes out at the center. I bring my knight out. Thinking, okay, this is good. This is good. Standard London opening stuff. Puts another pawn in the center. I support. And then my boy plays Queen b6. I put my knight here and enter into the poisoned pawn variation of the London. Now, make no mistake, he can take this. Like, he can. But if he does, it's actually very bad for him after knight b5. And then his best move is knight a6. Right here. And then a3. Bishop f5 he plays. And then d takes. And that's saying his best move here is queen takes c2 because like there's a fork here. So I'm going to win his. The whole point of the poison pawn is to get this fork after removing this knight. So his best move is bishop here attacking my queen, to which I just like, okay, cool. Trade queens with me. And his best move is to, in fact, trade queens, and that's under attack. That's stuck defending this square forever. He can't castle, and, you know, everything's good. So he does that. But he doesn't play the best move. He puts his pawn here. And I'm like, okay, I got this. Knight b5. Getting that fork square ready. And already here, I can just play this move, too, to attack his queen. But he plays knight a6. Oh, that was his only move, basically. Everything else was much worse. So that was his best move. So he plays there, gets the great move icon. I support my knight. But I'm not supporting my knight. My plan is to push here and attack his queen. So it looks like I'm supporting my knight so I can move my bishop, but that's not what I want to do. He plays the best move again. And apparently this is an accuracy. I didn't see it at the time, but it's an accuracy that puts the game back to even. The best move there would have been knight to e4. So just just putting my knight, getting it involved, but I didn't want to give up that square. But so I play a5, which is an inaccuracy, and then he does this, queen c6, and I saw that. I thought, what? He hung his queen. 1600 rated player hung his queen on move 8. Because after I put my knight here, which is what I did in the game, this knight attacks the queen, covers this, the pawn covers this, and the knight covers these. Every single square, or every single open square around the queen is hit. And my man resigns the game. So that's how he defeated me and I defeated him. We both beat each other down in a bloody fashion. And the tournament goes on. Maybe I'll update. See how it goes in the end. And that leaves one thing left to say, and that's bye.